Hi girls, good morning and welcome to a Glow Up to 40 Winter Wellness Day in the Life. So today, I'm going to turn you around in a second. We are getting so much snow. It is wild how much snow we are getting, and I have quite a busy day ahead of me. But as I'm preparing for this very busy day, I thought, you know what? Why don't I pick up the camera, bring you girls around, and we will do a little Glow Up to 40 routine. So if you are new to my channel, first, welcome. And secondly, my Glow Up to 40 series is a series I've been doing for the last year and a half as I was on my journey to turning 40. I now am 40. I turned 40 back in August, and the vote was ultimately to keep this series going because you girls have loved it oh so very much. So on this Glow Up to 40, when it comes to winter wellness, I have a few things that I feel like we need to repeat. And you know me, as a nutritionist and as a functional nutritionist diagnostic practitioner, I am a huge fan of doing the same thing over and over and over again when we find something that works. So I'm just getting ready. I'm drinking my protein coffee. If you are unfamiliar, my protein coffee has 35 grams of bioavailable protein. So I already know, I hear the comments like collagen is not a complete protein, gelatin is not a complete protein, and you are right. You didn't need to pay for nutrition school to figure that out. I'm here to teach you that we can indeed make this a complete protein by adding a little bit of cow's milk. You could also do sheep or goat milk as well if you are sensitive to cow's milk, but you will come to find out that as you heal your hormones, as you heal your gut, you tend to be less responsive to dairy, and especially when we're using high quality grass-fed, grass-finished cow's milk. So we have 35 grams of protein in here, bioavailable protein, that we can not only bring into our body, but we can actually utilize that uptake in protein, which is so critically important. So when I think about winter wellness on this Glow Up to 40, but wellness in general, it's always starting my day first thing in the morning with that beautiful lemon ginger tonic. And when we start a day with the lemon ginger tonic, you're seeing it on the screen now, it's such an incredible way to flush out our digestive system, to get our liver moving and grooving. It has worked all night to break down and produce bile, which is exactly what our liver does. But in the morning when we wake up and we drink the lemon ginger tonic, it helps the liver be more effective and efficient. Also, in addition to that, we are hydrating on a deep systemic level, and we are slowly waking up our digestive system. Then we come in with our protein coffee, 35 grams of protein first thing in the morning. So even on a very cold, blustery day like today, I feel warm and nourished from the inside out, which is honestly so important regardless of what age that you are glowing up to. It is so important to deeply nourish our bodies. And so on a very cold, wintry day, I always say that starting your day with these warm beverages and slowly waking up your digestive system, slowly revving up that beautiful metabolism, no matter where you are on your journey, I promise that when you work with versus fight with your metabolism, everything will change. And so I think it's so critically important for us to work with our bodies versus seeing them as our enemy and fighting against them. So for today, I'm going to show you girls a few different things that I am doing to support my body as beautifully as I possibly can, whether it's with movement, red light therapy, using a sauna or a sauna-like bath. There's so much that we can do here. Also some strategic supplementation, because just like the protein coffee, when we can utilize all of the tools in our toolbox to feel our best, that is so important. Because as women, like the decline, of course my camera battery died, but I was saying the decline in progesterone, testosterone, estrogen, all of these things definitely impact how we feel. And in these dark, gloomy months when we're not outside, we're not getting our sunshine, we're not as active because we are being a bit more introspective and resting, it does have a profound impact on our hormones. So let's glow up today. Let's embrace some winter wellness. And I'm so excited to hang out with you girls. am in the office really quick before we head out to do a bunch of errands together. And I know that seems odd, but a huge part of winter wellness for me is keeping my space clean and clear. And I have a ton of packages. And in addition to that, my car is filthy right now to the point where it gives me anxiety, and I cannot stand to be in my vehicle or my home or my office when things feel chaotic. And I feel like, what's the trend? Like maturing is ... whatever it is, fill in the blank on TikTok, but maturing is. And so on my Glow Up to 40, I have set systems in place that, one, keep my space feeling extra clean and extra clear, and for my vehicle as well. I am a Midwest mom. I am a sports mom who's in my car all of the time. It's full of AstroTurf and grass in the spring, summer, and fall months when we have outdoor soccer. And so I have these systems in place that every 2 weeks I get the inside of my car cleaned, and it helps me stay calm and focused. And that's maturing, right? So I know that that feels interesting and odd for a Glow Up to 40 winter wellness, but it is so important. My car is full of salt and dirt and sand, and it doesn't make me feel calm. It does not make me feel collected. It is not helpful for my cortisol levels. And doing these things and checking these things off of my list, now that helps me feel calm. That helps me feel collected. So we're gonna do that here in a second. But before I start to process my returns, another thing comes down to regulation. And when you're feeling dysregulated throughout your day, maybe you are highly stressed. Maybe you're consuming a diet that is really high in carbohydrates and sugars. And that can have you on a blood sugar roller coaster, as I like to call it. And that type of dysregulation is really impactful on how we feel and how we show up. And to be quite honest with you, how we appear. If we are constantly consuming a diet that is high in carbohydrates, that lacks nutrients, that lacks protein and fiber, these things can have us metabolically really unstable. You all know, if you've watched my channel for any period of time, that I am a huge fan of Optimizers, and they have been a partner and collaborator on my channel for over 3 years, and I absolutely love this Berberine breakthrough. So as a functional nutritionist who specializes in women's hormone health, I frequently talk about the blood sugar roller coaster that we are on and the fact that we can lack this insulin sensitivity. And so it's really important when we think about our hormones that we approach it in a holistic approach. So whether it is your Glow Up to 40, your Glow Up to 50, or your Glow Up to 30, we want to regulate our hormones and create a healthy environment for our hormones where our energy can be stable. And so if we're experiencing extreme energy crashes because we have a really heavy carb breakfast, so whether it's like a frappuccino at Starbucks with a few egg bites, like that is not an adequate level of protein. And you all know on the Glow Up to 40, protein has been my number one focus, and it has changed my life dramatically. And so in doing so, we always want to support our blood sugar levels, and using a product like the Berberine Breakthrough from Optimizers is a really beautiful way to do that. So what this does is it helps to support our hormone levels and our metabolic health. And when we can support our metabolism, our body can dip into stored fat. And Berberine helps us support our blood sugar levels, our metabolism, our gut health. And Berberine is such a beautiful tool to support our metabolism. So it creates insulin sensitivity, it supports our gut health, and of course, our insulin levels. And this is so important for stable energy throughout the day. And in addition to that, to help your body and your metabolism and hormone health long term. So not all Berberine is created equal. We know this. Not all supplements are created equal. That's why when I talk about the efficacy of supplements, it is so important. As somebody who studied supplemental science, I can promise you that efficacy and delivery is so important. So unlike standard Berberine, the Berberine Breakthrough, this formula is fermented for better absorption so that your body can use it more effectively and efficiently. So on my Glow Up to 40, I'm always focused on strategic supplementation. I'm always focused on utilizing nutrients that support my body on a holistic level, not only today, but moving forward. And having insulin sensitivity is so critically important, and berberine is absolutely a superfood to help our body do so. So I want to have healthy energy levels all day long. We have a full day in front of us, and I don't want to experience energy swings, mood swings. And that's the beautiful thing about berberine, is that it helps to stabilize and regulate within our body via this healthy carbohydrate metabolism. And that's what's so important. When we can digest and absorb our carbs properly, we can utilize that energy versus just store it in our fat cells. So I'm getting ready to take 2 of the berberine breakthrough, and then we're gonna process some returns, run all of our errands. There's a lot to do on our to-do list today because we are glowing up to 40 in the winter. It's a little bit sunny, very snowy, so I need to utilize all of the energy I possibly can. So I will have my link for you as well as my discount code in the description box down below if you are interested in giving the berberine breakthrough a try. Okay, girls, I have to process like this massive box of returns. I got a ton of stuff from the loft, and it was all way too big, like double extra small sweaters, massive. And then, this was like the saddest part, then I ordered this beautiful red coat, stunning, so pretty. It was really like super inexpensive on sale. The red bled all over my jeans. I had like this white t-shirt on. It got, not this exact one, but one of these ones from Uniqlo, this white one. It got all over my white tee. And the worst part is it got all over the seat of my car, like the beige leather interior of my car, this red coat. So I popped it on. I left the tag on very conveniently just to run to the school to drop something off to the kids. Good thing I had left the tag on because it bled everywhere. So I have a ton of returns that I need to process. So we're gonna go ahead, process all of these returns, drop these off at UPS before heading over to Whole Foods. We're all packed up, ready to go. We've got UPS, Amazon returns, all the things, but first, I have to get this car cleaned. It is an absolute disaster. All of my sports moms, I feel like you can just understand where I'm coming from. It is filthy, and there's salt everywhere. If you're a Midwest mom or somewhere that lives where there is snow, it is absolutely filthy. So I'm just gonna go through and do like a quick interior, fingers crossed the line isn't crazy, but that is the goal. So I'm gonna do the quick car wash. I'm getting gas now really quickly. Quick car wash, then we will go to UPS, Whole Foods, do our returns, and of course our grocery shopping. So many groceries, but we have tons and tons and tons of food that we need to unload and get settled. Definitely feeling good to have all the yummy, cozy food in the house, and it's still being only noon. So we still have a full day ahead of us, and all of these things are done. Check, check, check. Feels so good to my soul. Definitely a painful experience going to the grocery stores these days, but we got it done. So we've hit a little bit of a barrier. It looks as though this leg has no threading. So I've got all of them on except for this one. So I don't know if I should force it. I don't think so. It's probably not the right idea. Kai is not here right now, so there's no threading and I don't want to ruin the frame. Let's see, can I make it work? Probably not. It's probably not a good idea. There's all the rest have threading on the inside of the leg, except for this one. No, that's not good. I can feel. Well, that stinks. So they're gonna have to send me a new leg. All right. So much for my winter wellness club to 40 with the new rebounder I was going to show you. We will have to put a pin in that and stay tuned for the next one. Girls, I feel so silly right now. Kaya fixed the rebounder. Okay, so here's what happened. The legs were sent already with the rubber bottom on them. There was threading on it, but when they manufactured it, or the person putting it together must have put the rubber bottom part on the part that had the threading. But all is good, now it works. I'm so excited. I actually have a discount code for this rebounder. So I have been rebounding for years and years and years. I've talked about this quite a bit on just using vibration plates, different modalities, and rebounding is one of my favorite ways to drain your lymphatic system. Dry brushing. Okay, wait, let's take it back a little bit. Walking will always be number one, then it will be dry brushing, then it will be rebounding. Like that to me is just such a beautiful way to glow up on your journey to 20, 30, or 40. But the thought was that we were going to build this together and rebound in this video. And then I was going to hop into the sauna with you girls. But because I couldn't figure out the leg situation and the day has definitely gotten away with me, I'm not going to be able to do the rebounding and sauna session today. So that will be for tomorrow and in a future video. But on your winter wellness routine, if you don't have a rebounder, that is absolutely fine. If you don't have a sauna, that is fine. It's a really beautiful way that we can use your bathtub in order to get a sauna-like experience. We turn it really warm, we put in some magnesium flakes, and we soak for 25 minutes, and it gives you a very similar experience to a sauna. So on your winter wellness and on your glow up, doing a few things. So whether it's walking, whether it's jumping in place, whether it is rebounding, doing a vibration plate, and then hopping into a warm tub or a sauna blanket is so incredible for our wellness journey. But I am excited to share with you about the rebounder more than anything. I'm so happy that Kaya got it fixed for me. I've been practicing and this one is great. And I have to say, as a woman who has had a 10 and then an 11-pound child, rebounding is not an easy thing for me to do. That might be TMI, but it's just something I have to be aware of. So doing like really long rebounding sessions can be challenging for me and my body because I am a pretty petite person. I'm like 5 foot and I had a 10 and an 11-pound child. So you can assume that rebounding and jumping is hard for me. It has definitely shifted and changed things. So I just take it slow and I do what I can and I do what's comfortable. So I always recommend that. But I wanted to include it in this video. I wanted to do that beautiful rebounding session with you girls. But you know, this is real life. I'm filming my real life. So such is life. These things happen. Not everything is perfect and amazing. But I'm so excited that the rebounder is perfect and it is amazing. I will have that link for you in the description box down below if you want to try the leaps and rebounds. It's an amazing brand. We never want to have a rebounder that has springs. We want to have the tension. This is really important to get the most out of your rebounding session. And this brand is such high quality and incredibly affordable. So I will have my link and my discount code for you girls in the description box down below. Okay, I'm like a little winded from the rebounding and then running up the stairs. Catch my breath. But the last thing I wanted to include on my Glow Up to 40 winter wellness, and I mentioned this so much in the summer and so much in the fall, but I feel like the last couple months, probably because it's busy with holidays, and then January is like tough to get back into a rhythm and or build a new rhythm. So I feel like I haven't talked about reading as much in the last couple months, but that doesn't mean that it is not included in my routine and or included again back into my routine. And that is unwinding at the end of my day with a book. I'm a huge fan of reading like rom-com books. Like, you know, I think of it like I want it to be a Hallmark movie, but in a book form. If you were following me in the fall, then you know I was absolutely in love with all of the books from Lori Gilmore. It started with The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then I was so into the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and of course, The Christmas Tree Farm. So these ones really got me back excited into reading. I also read some really great ones like Same Time Next Summer. I loved this one so much. I also loved Every Summer After. This was such a good one. I loved that one. And so, of course, Colleen Hoover. I have lots of the Colleen Hoover. It Starts With Us. All of these books have been so sweet and so fun. And I'm currently reading the Emily Giffin Meant to Be. And so this one was supposed to be my Valentine's Day read, but it is now after Valentine's Day when you were seeing this video, and I'm only 61 pages in. So January was tough. It was a busy one for me. And I now feel settled into a really good like midwinter routine. And I've really gotten back into embraced my evening reading. I love to do so with like a red light book lamp. I will have this linked for you girls in the description box down below. This has been a game changer because it doesn't disrupt my circadian rhythm. Most nights I can only make it through like 10 to 15 pages, and then it's like TKO, lights out, I'm completely asleep. However, some nights we have been getting to bed a little bit earlier. I will say it is 6 p.m. right now, and that is light pouring in the window behind you. So the days are feeling longer. There's so much hope during this midwinter season. There's so much hope for spring. There's so much beauty in the freezing cold temperatures on the day I'm filming this. It is 14 degrees. It is very cold, as I mentioned earlier. But even with the cold days, they definitely feel longer and like spring is coming. But my winter routine, I still want to be introspective. I still want to enjoy those earlier bedtimes where I can embrace and read a little bit of a good book. So I want to thank you girls so much for hanging out with me today. We got a lot done. Getting my returns done, getting the car cleaned, and then going to the grocery store. That was like check. But I feel like we got so much done, and I hope that you found a ton of inspiration in today's video. And if you like today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up, and now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.